has riddled herself in debt. And this has led to a situation where individuals are also falling into further debt trap in attempt to be able to survive. So all this being said, I'll be opening the mic for public contribution to have a contribution on the subject matter. You can look at the three topics and decide which topic you want to have a discussion. So please, the mic is yours. If you want to speak, you can raise a digital hand or have your mic on to make your contribution. Ms. Monica, we appreciate your attendance in this important COPDEM People's Parliament, and we would like to hear from you on what you think about the subject matter. So I'll be posting the topic on the Jumbotron so that we can look at it and be able to make a submission. So please, whoever wants to speak, the mic is yours now. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Due Process.
Yes, thank you. You're welcome.
I want to also appreciate my other representatives who are online presently. I want to say a big thank you for joining this program.
Thank you.
And from my own opinion about the Bokos in Plateau State, I think the government has failed us on that aspect. And when you check what is happening in Plateau State, it's not only happening in Plateau State. Let me be factual here. It's happening virtually every places in Nigeria today. And this is what our leaders are trying to put in place. I will say this because I believe everyone is hearing me clearly. Our leaders are not helping this matter. The situation on ground now is becoming alarming to the level that everybody now is scared of their life. And I must say this, the only solution, this video trending present now from Plateau State, what the youth, I think in Magun local government or precisely, I can't remember the name of the local government. The youth form an alliance with the police, get into the bush, start hunting the Fulani's herdsmen. And with the fact that they are capturing them, killing them too now, I believe this is going to solve the problem in Plateau State, which I'm urging each and every one of us here to. If this can be applied to each state, I think these killings of herdsmen and farmers will go a certain long way to stop, because we can't fold our hands, keep watching, not saying anything, and they keep killing people innocently. Now, the rise of food in Nigeria is becoming alarming. You can see the way food is being scarce now in this country, not because we don't have the producers. We have them in large numbers, but because these Fulani herdsmen are taking it upon themselves not to allow these producers to have their farm. We can't have enough food again in Nigeria. I remember vividly last year, if I'm not even mistaken, somebody said in this group that he invested 2.something million naira precisely, but he was unable to even get 500,000 naira from his farm. Can you imagine? And this is what we need to put our hands together. We can't even put our hands again. There was a time I was watching a video online. I saw how a man put chemical to kill cows in his own farm, and they said they went to arrest such man. This is totally unacceptable by me personally. I can't accept such, because it's just like injustice to me. If somebody has his own farm and Fulanis will bring their cows, eat the entire farm without even having it at the back of their own mind that this is somebody's livelihood, and nobody is talking about it. The problem I'm even facing right now with this country is that why should, if a Fulani man is being killed or their cow is being killed, the government will start rising, looking for people to arrest. But if farmers are being killed, nobody is saying anything about this. It's very, very unacceptable by me. I don't even know what to call it again, because day in, day out now, I keep thinking, is this how this country is going to be ruled by these so-called leaders? Is this how they are going to manage this country called Nigeria? if this is the way they are going to manage it, definitely there are a lot of life we are going to lose in this country, and which we are not supposed to lose any life again. Enough of lives we have been losing, enough of killing people, enough of destroying properties in Nigeria. We are not developing because of this insecurity in the country. When you see the likes of Plateau now, I believe if our government or individual can support the people of Plateau to go against these herders or whatever they call bokos or whatever they call themselves, I believe the problem will solve in Plateau. The killing of innocent children, the innocent woman in Plateau will stop. And I believe this can be done by our government by allowing the youth to join hands with the armed forces we have in Nigeria, because the youth know the terrains or in the forest. They know it very, very well, but because they are not given the power to go to the forest to face this Fulani, by the time they start facing this Fulani, I believe to them too will go to wherever they come from and leave their land for them, because that is just the only solution we can find to this problem of those Bokos now. So on that aspect is what I have to say for now. Thank you, everyone.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Jobson, for that contribution from Kwara State. We appreciate that. On a personal note, the killings in Bokos, like every other part of Nigeria, Borno has been suffering it. To them, it has become a norm. They have been brainwashed to believe that it is God's time for them to die. You don't expect other parts to accept that kind of fate. So this is where the contradiction comes in. As a matter of fact, every human life matters. The way the people react to this killing is the reason why the government keep on watching and supervising the ongoing genocide in central Nigeria. As a matter of fact, in Bokos, according to reports, yet the government is not taking any drastic action. That just Plateau. These have been sacked and in full control of Fulani headsmen. The government is not taking any drastic action until when the people start repelling the attacks. That is when the government will come in and they say they have killed a number of Fulanis. This thing cannot, it can't go. I mean, no government succeed this way, that you watch your people are being killed unprovoked. Like the testimony was given, I was the one that said it in our previous episode, that I invested over 2 million naira in my farm last year, but the output I got from it is not up to 300,000 naira in value. So do you expect me to go in this year? The answer is no, obviously. And what was the reason? The same Fulani headsmen that have been complaining all over the country is the reason. They went ahead and destroyed all my crops. I reported to the police, and the police was like, I have no case until I'm able to arrest until I'm able to arrest the cow and bring it to police station. For crying out loud, how is that possible? You expect me to arrest the cow? Where Fulani man is standing with his weapon watching me? Of course, that will not happen. So deliberately, the government of the day is not interested in peace between the farmer and the herders, because there is no way, no logical solution that will emanate from that arrangement where Fulani herdsmen have the right, so to say, to move around. In moving around, they graze on people's farmland, destroy people's farmland. These are farms where the farmers have gone to take loans to go into farming. At the end of the day, they get destroyed. Who pays for the loan? So this is just the beginning of food crisis in Nigeria. Other contributors are welcome, please. You can request the mic and probably unmute and speak. Thank you. Mr. Njoku, you are welcome. Would you like to have your contribution on the subject matter?
Thank you very much. I've had some comments made so far. Yes. I want to add something about the farmer in Yoruba land whose farm was invaded by the Fulani herdsmen, and the Fulani and the cows and their cows were destroyed. Now, in agriculture, there is this thing referred to as pesticides. Pesticides are meant to destroy pests. Then what are pests? Pests are living things, really, that go to invade farmlands and destroy crops. Incidentally, that which is called pest can kill human beings. Yes, that which is called pesticide can kill human beings, can kill cows, can kill any other animals. So there was a farmer who wanted to preserve his crops in his farmland, trying to weed away pests, and as such, spread pesticides over his farmland. And then somebody entered his farm with pests, so to say, pests in form of cows. Cows began to eat the crops. And because pesticides are lethal, they can kill. They killed, and the cows were killed. Do you hold the farmer responsible for killing the cows when the farmer's intention is to preserve his crops from pesticides? So what is really going on? What is really going on? Why should that farmer meant to suffer from the death of the cows that invaded his farmland? Those cows were pests. And in fact, any human being that entered the place to destroy the crops are also pests. So people should wake up and see things exactly the way they are. The things happening in Nigeria are so disturbing. What is really going on? What is really going on? Are they trying to make people to resort to jungle justice? What is really going on? I plead with those people perpetrating this mayhem to stop. The Fulani herdsmen, let them stop. Let them stop all these evil activities so that there will be peace in the land and there will be sufficient food for everybody to enjoy. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Enix. Mr. Calvin, please have the mic. Thank you. Your hand is up.
Sorry, that was a mistake. I didn't write that. Sorry.
All right. Sorry. Thank you. So, thank you, Mr. Ennis. You have given your candid response on the matter. As a matter of fact, I have always had the belief that there is an agenda to further discourage farmers in Nigeria, and it's real on all indications.
Okay, let me give my candid opinion on the current crisis with the herdsmen. I always say this. I just hope we're not going the way of what happened in Rwanda years back. But I've noticed something. I've noticed that the government seems to be turning a complete blind eye on the security situation in the country. I've also noticed that with what has happened in Uromi, like the latest we've heard is that even apart from the fact that the state commissioner of police have been sacked, they've also gone ahead to begin to disarm vigilantes in Edo State by taking away their arms. I'm sure you saw it when it went viral on the news, where the vigilantes were complaining that their arms have been taken away from them. In other words, even communities that have been watching over themselves with their vigilantes are no longer able to watch over themselves when it comes to this Fulani herdsmen thing, since what happened in Uromi took place. government seems to be turning a blind eye on what is going on. I don't know what's going on, but I think the government should wake up so that we don't go the way of what happened in Rwanda years back. In 1994, when this thing was already, when the whole
We're losing you. Are you there?
when something similar to this was happening in Rwanda, please confirm you can hear me, please. Okay, so they turned a blind eye on this. There was hate speech on the radio, and before you know what was happening, all hell broke loose, and within 3 months, about 3 million or so Rwandans were dead. Why? Because they turned a blind eye on the fact that a particular part of the country was pitched against each other, and then it blew out of control. I want to feel that, I don't know what's going on, but I feel that the government should take this security more seriously, or this thing may just become something that may go out of control based on what is going on. In Mango yesterday or so in Plateau State, we saw the indigenous who have now resorted to defending themselves. I will notice what happened. There are a lot of Fulanis they killed in the bushes. If these people if people in their communities, in their states, in their cities begin to come out and defend themselves, we're having something similar to like a civil war. So the government should, I want to plead, I know this is I know somebody out there who is listening, this program is live right now. They should try and take this whole issue much more seriously, because it's eating deep into the polity, and more people are beginning to feel the heat of what's going on with these Fulani headsmen. So I just want to say, I hope the government will just rise up and take the issue of security much more seriously. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Carvin, for that reminder of what happened in Rwanda 1994. And what is happening in Nigeria is just that Nigerians are very special people. We are very patient people. People with hope, even when hope seems to have diminished. But then the hope keeps driving us. So Nigerians are described as a very happy people. But at some point, there is always a thin line between love and hate. And the moment it graduates from love to hate, I think the government of the day, they will not enjoy the reaction of Nigerians, because these are human beings that are being killed on a daily basis. We are discussing Plateau today. Benue has always been on the news for Fulani herdsmen activities. My people in Benue State, the clear communities, even though the state government has instituted and signed into law anti-open grazing law, yet the stubbornness of the Fulani herdsmen who feel they own Nigeria, they keep moving around and destroying people's farmland. This will not end in peace. It's not a threat, but it's a reality. If people continue to invest in farming and Fulani continue to use their cow to destroy this farm, definitely there will be crisis. And when that happens, the government of the day will pay dearly, because the peace they are looking for that time, they feel they were enjoying at the moment, we elude them, and we'll all be victim of whatever comes up. So peace should be sought by all, not just by few, not just by a section. every section of Nigeria should be interested in peace. But in a situation where peace is not achievable, it will lead to violence. So in order to avert the looming civil war too, I don't see Nigeria surviving yet another civil war. In the event of any outbreak of a civil war, due to government negligence and total disregard for the people of Nigeria, that I'm seeing all indicators leading to good governance. Well-beings of the people. There are discussions around state police. I don't know how fast the government is working towards that. But in my thinking, I think that will be towards ending all across the states. Mr. To do so. Mr. Jobson.
Yes, I want to make a comment. Please,
all right, go on.
I want to be realistic to every one of us this morning. You see this country called Nigeria, we are not being truthful to ourselves. And whenever there is this issue like this, we keep hiding somewhere without saying the truth. I must say this morning. See, there is this plans. Is it that to Islamize Nigeria or Fulani to take over Nigeria? One must happen in these two. Because when you are seeing the way these guys are operating, virtually there is no local government in Nigeria today that you won't find Fulani. Can somebody think deep with all sincerity and reason why are they there? Why is it that Nigeria government cannot call this Fulani to order for over many years now? Look at the way they keep people in Benue. Look at the way they keep people in Plateau State, not to even talk of other states like that. What is happening? Is it that the Nigerian government did not have power to recall this Fulani back to their base, wherever they come from, or let them go back to their individual states? Did government not have the power to stop them from killing their citizens? So if a Fulani man is handling an AK-47, how did he get AK-47? These are the questions we need to keep asking ourselves every day. Because these things, we may be looking at it with just mere eyes that, no, it's only happening there. A day will come, it will happen in some state that has not been happening now. So for it not to happen, we need to speak out and find a lasting solution to this from our various states, our various local governments, and wherever we come from in Nigeria, because we are Nigerians. And I must tell us this morning about this Fulani. Fulani don't have mercy. They don't forgive. Whatsoever you do to them, they must retaliate. And if these people are taking laws into their hands now, Nigerians are not the other Nigerians who are not Fulanis cannot take laws into their hands, is it not? Peace can never reign in this country if these Fulanis have. I even believe they should pack them to one state, whether Borno, Bauchi, or KB. Let them go back wherever they are from. Okay, let's imagine I'm an Igala by tribe. I now pack my people. Let's go to Bauchi and start terrorizing the people of Bauchi. How will they feel there? All the way from Kogi State down to Bauchi, we start terrorizing all the engineers who want to farm or want to make money in Bauchi. We start terrorizing the people of Bauchi. How will they feel? These are the things we need to understand in this country, that what these people are doing is not helping us in this country. It's only bringing the country down, bringing the image of the country into a bad status. And we need to see all these things, because I see no reason why somebody would take someone's life all in the name of money or all in the name of cattle rearing. It's total barbaric, which is unacceptable to me. And we need to talk this out. let the government hear it, because our government is either they are investing into these guys, making money from it, or something else is there as an agenda that we Nigerians, we are not aware of.
Okay, thank you for your contribution. I was on this track before you requested the mic. I'm of the opinion that there is an agenda that is being. You still want to speak, Mr. Jobson? You seem your call, your network is breaking. We can't hear you anymore. We can't hear you anymore. Kindly mute. So, like I was saying, I was of the opinion that there is an agenda. The agenda is to discourage Nigerian farmers as much as possible. Then, in the nearest future, there will be scarcity of seedling to proceed with farming. Then, the introduction of the GMO seed will come in, and farmer may be one way or the other be encouraged to go into farming again. Then the whole, the whole proceed of farming will now go into this globalist pockets who are out to reduce and regulate African population. Some people will call it whatever they want, but then that's an agenda that is being pushed. If you all recall, this guy has been to Nigeria, Bill Gates. He has been to Nigeria more than twice since the inception of Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. And one would wonder what is he actually trying to achieve with this frequent visits to Nigeria. There have been allegations of his interaction with Nigerian doctors in respect to some very funny things he wanted them to do, which they rejected blatantly. I watched a video where a Nigerian doctor was exposing all that. So if such globalists are being seen in the corridor of power more often than not, then you know the people are not safe. Africa have grown to the extent that one should be expecting us to have some level of independence, some level of policy direction. How do you keep goats and yam in the same room and expect not to be crisis? You don't expect to come back and meet the yam, right? That's the situation between herders and farmers. Worldwide, globally, people don't practice this open grazing anymore. It's archaic. People global are to promote agriculture, to promote as provider in their fenced land. They keep the animal there in order to provide them food so that they don't roam around destroying people's farm. If this is not put into check, definitely what Nigerians will be faced with Ukraine that have been facing some grain. This is an embarrassment. A country at war donating grain to a country that is not at war. So as a take home from this program today, I will personally, and as a forum, I would like us to advocate for a ban on open grazing, because open grazing will continue to lead to farmer-herders clashes, which will justify one way or the other reprisal attacks. And this reprisal attacks is capable of leading to full-blown civil war. So in order to curtail and avert the looming civil war in Nigeria. The government must, as a matter of urgency, address open grazing across Nigeria. There must be a stop to that madness. Peace is sought after by many in Nigeria. But then, when a peaceful man fails to find peace, he may also turn to become violent. So for Nigerian government to save herself from any form of civil war, personally and as an organization, COPDEM People's Parliament, I think we should advocate for a ban on open grazing. So you can add your voice on this if you subscribe to having a ban on open grazing, such that Fulani will now be able to rent their land, rear their cattle in a particular location, fenced, and provide them food, just like any other business. An Igbo man travels from the east to the north, for instance. He doesn't just go and start displaying his goods in the forest or on the road, obstructing traffic. He goes, he rents a shop, he rents a house where he lives, he pay bills, pay NEPA bills, pay house rents, he pay water bills, all in an attempt to what? To be able to be a law-abiding citizen in that particular state. But the case of land, they come into community, they just display their cow moving around, grazing on people's farm. They don't pay for land rent, they don't pay for the crops they are destroying. This madness has to be put to an end through a legislation on open grazing to be stopped in Nigeria. So that's my advocacy, and I want us to have to add our voice to it if we believe that will solve the ongoing escalation of reprisal attacks across Nigeria. Ms. Gloria, do you have something you want to add to what I've just said in respect to a ban on open grazing?
Nothing really for now.
It's all right. Thank you. This program is being broadcast live by the DDM, that's the Diaspora Digital Media, and the world over is watching us, and they are listening to what we are saying in respect to the ongoing genocide in Plateau. And not just in Plateau, the same goes for Benue, the same goes for Niger states, Edo State of recent, and Kogi State as well. These states across central Nigeria are facing genocide by marauders, Fulani headsmen who move around grazing on their crops. And so, Ms. Gloria, you turn on your mic. You want to have some inputs? Ms. Gloria, are you there? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are coming to the end of today's program, and we appreciate your time for being present for this program. Sorry for what happened previously. We could not hold the program yesterday due to some exigency at the National Secretariat. Going forward, we're able to meet up with all announced program. And we are looking forward to enrolling new members. Feel free to join COPDEM People's Parliament, where we discuss socio-political issues as they affect Nigerians. Thank you, viewers out there. We appreciate your viewership, and we look forward to having a discussion on how best you can support COPDEM People's Parliament. You can please join us through www.copdem.org. We'll gladly accept your membership through that website. Thank you, Mr. Eneche Jobson from
Thank
Kwara
you so
State.
much. Thank you so much.
Ms. Gloria from Niger State. And News Band, we thank you for creating the time out of your busy schedule to be here. God bless you all. That will be all from me, and have a great day ahead. Thank you, and God bless you. Bye-bye.